everybody? Let's get to it. It's the BLONGshow, young humanitarian style. We're going to do our thing today talking about the human species, the human being, the survival of the human, the growth of the human, the evolution of the human. All wrapped up in 2021. So the thing I want to talk about is these different little subliminal messages out here that we ain't paying attention to. We get a dose of them all around us, everywhere. TV, billboards, the internet. We just don't respect them. We think everything is all fun and games. We hee-hee and ha-ha at everything. We think everything is just something for entertainment. Let's watch this. I'm gonna share that. You know, it's still a terrible racial game going on. It's still a terrible game played with sexuality. It's still a terrible game played financially. And we're not watching. We're not paying attention. So then we end up losing. Losing as a species. So when I look around me and I see people that look like me, it's getting worse and worse. Because you know what happens? Everything that follows something that's not appropriate, it ends up in a bad situation because you're less authentic than that first thing that you started to follow. And so I'm looking at the teenagers and the people in their 20s and 30s right now, and I'm seeing a bad situation for them. It's a lot of people lying, and people can't tell they're lying until they're deep in with them. You know, I even watched a video the other day where these ladies was happily talking about how they had herpes. And not only did they have herpes, but they thought that was funny that they was giving it to people. You know, they was going out every week and partying and bring somebody home with them. Who does that? And then another girl, she thought it was so funny that her house was disgusting. You know, she had clothes all over her house, old food and everything. And she said she brought a guy home every day of the week. You know, what kind of guy even goes to her house and chills there? And that's just nasty, period. I can't even think about it. I don't care how desperate you are or any of that. And that's why I'm making this video, because when I'm looking at all of this different stuff that's happening, it starts with the man. You're not being stand-up type of individual, so you're nursing a horrible society. And when you create a horrible society, it's harder to fix something that's junky than it is to maintain something that's good. You know, if you go over a woman's house and she got dirty clothes everywhere and food and everything else, why do you choose to stay? Why do you choose not to ask her why she's so disgusting? Why do you choose to still have sex with her? You're that desperate. Why wouldn't you leave? No, why wouldn't you let her know how disgusting she is? You're worried about what she looked like, and she don't look like nothing because she's a nasty person. So then you foster that type of behavior, and they feel like they don't have to do anything. And if your house is nasty, I'm quite sure your hose is nasty too. So you get to moving around with somebody with a nasty hole and you smell the nasty smell and you just continue to do it. You're just a disgusting person. You're more disgusting than her because you choose to allow that to go on. No standards. And that's the other problem with people. What happened to pride? You know, why are people not proud anymore? You're not proud of anything. You know, we laughed at people that had jerry curls when I was little. You know, and now you dudes do anything, you girls do anything. You know, we don't just wear any old thing. You know, when I was little, you got laughed at about having holes in your clothes until used jeans came out. And those had a fashion style to them. They wasn't just hoes. It was still clothes under them. They was made of high quality fabric. They was well put together. Not just old holy clothes. Like, these girls think they can just do anything. And they had their butt cheeks out. You know, your whole knee out look like a car tore a hole in your clothes. And it's just out. And you just walking around like that's cool. Like the pants leg is halfway there. Ain't nothing cool about that. And I just don't understand when it's so cool to show off your body like that. Like, what's the point? What's the purpose? Where's the dignity? And it's even worse for a man when he walk around with you like that because he's saying he approve of it. He's saying he think it's cool. Like, recently I saw this clown from Family Matters. I don't know his real name, but he was the one that played Eddie. And he's standing there with people taking pictures of him with some broad with see-through dress on and stuff, and got her butt turned up to the camera. Like, ain't nothing cool about that, but he thought he was the man. He thought he was actually looking sweet with her. And she thought she was doing something. They both look like two idiots. The only place that I think that would be appropriate or it makes sense to do that is a pimp standing on the corner with his prostitute and they trying to advertise to sell it. Outside of that, how you think you're a king doing that? You're not a king. You less than a peasant. But people don't have no dignity and no pride no more. You know, just like she ain't have no dignity. How do a woman walk around and let everybody see what she got going on? You know, I look at every female that do stuff like that, you homeless to me. You like a homeless person. Because you like you got abandoned and your whole family just died and you the last one, so you have no dignity, you just trying to make it. You like a bum. Because if one of my children did something like that, whether it was the boy standing there with a girl like Winslow Buddy was doing, or if it's the girl that was standing there with him, I ain't got time for you no more. You know, don't let me see nothing like that, because I stand proud for my name. I stand proud for who I am. So if you want to be a sucker like that and walk around showing your body off like that, or walk around with a slut like that, I'm cool. I don't want you walking around with me. Will I disown you? No, I won't disown you. But every time you see me, I'm going to tell you about yourself. So that's why I say you bros is homeless to me that walk around like that. Because you couldn't have a real daddy, or a real mama, or a real brother, or a real sister, or a real cousin, or a real uncle, or a real auntie, or grandparents, or even a friend. Because you got no dignity. It's not just you that you're affecting when you walk around like a slut. It's not just you that you're affecting when you walk around with sluts and you provoking that type of behavior. You reflecting the people that surround you. You know, you reflecting everybody that gives you a job. Everybody that say they're your friend. Everybody that socializes with you. Everybody that brings you around. You represent them. Like if somebody came in my house and they had that dude with them, I'd be like, look at this dude. What you bring him over here for? Because he lame to me. For a man to do something like that, he lame to me. And you're in a position to make a difference in people's life. And that's what you choose to do? That's how you choose to try to be cool? You desperate for the fame, man. You trying to fit in. You a buster. Or like my 55 dude say, the 55 dude say, Custer. You dudes is funny with that stuff, man. I just find y'all hilarious with they don't say no B words or no C words. But I'll be so happy when I come in contact with one of y'all and y'all be doing that, because I'm going to just turn my jokes on so heavy. I'm going to just make a fool out of you. I'm going all the way in. I'm going to be laughing like crazy. Because that no B words and no C words, that's hilarious to me. That's like your little mentally handicapped to me. Like, if you decide to say, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to say that because I'm in this game, I'm going to clown you. I don't care how you feel about it. Because you need to feel bad about it. You need to be mad about it. So that maybe one day when you have sense enough to lay back and reflect on your life, you can think about how stupid it sounds and how stupid it is. Words. They'll let you know, like, your gang life ain't even, it has no purpose. It's lame, it's dumb. It's what's the point? Y'all doing things with no point. Everything I do got a point. Everything I do got a purpose. I'll never stoop that low to say I'm not saying these certain words. That's you was bored. Somebody bored and dumb came up with that. And we just roll with it. Like, when I was younger, people had a bunch of tattoos. You was like, oh, I don't know what's wrong with them. Look at you now, man. Y'all talking about, I'm getting my sleeves. I'm doing everything. I got all this. Putting it all on your face. Man, people didn't do that. Where your pride go? You let somebody write all over you. Like you're a billboard or something. Or a graffiti on the side of a wall. Now, half of y'all tattoos is garbage. They're not even professional. Getting them done in basements and house parties and all kind of junk. It's like, y'all just don't get it. And you expect me not to call you a sucker? Or you expect me to think that you proud of you? You expect me to think you got some dignity? You gotta stand up. You gotta straighten up. People can't say nothing no more. Everybody get mad. You know, people choose to be gay. If you choose to be gay, be gay. But don't be mad when somebody call you gay. You know, I'm sick of that. People can't say a peep about a gay person. That's just crazy. You can't say a peep. You can't say one word. You say anything about a gay person, they after you. Everybody after you. Everybody ready to bash you. And then those people can bash you, but you couldn't say a gay person was gay. That's the weirdest thing to me. Like, I'm black. You call me a nigga, I'm supposed to get mad? I ain't worried about that. Because I know that's how y'all started to identify people of my color back in the day. I'm not going to kill you because you call me a nigga and you white. I'm going to shake my head because I know you being foolish. I'm not too much even going to address you. Why should I bust you on your mouth for calling me a nigga? What that's going to do for me at the end of the day? Prove me of being a nigga because you call the police on me or somebody call the police on me and I go to jail for assault? That's dumb on my part. I'm not worried about you calling me that. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to go and rally up against you so that I can try to get people to go against you. I'm going to try to educate you. I'm going to ask you what is a nigga. I'm going to ask you what's the point of calling me one. I'm going to sit down with you and have a conversation. Because it ain't my point to have a battle with somebody. Because people don't really understand what a battle is. You watch some of my other videos, I'll break that down to you. But people don't know what a battle is. People don't know what a fight is. People don't know what getting into it with somebody really means. So before I take it to that point, I'd rather have a conversation with you to try to make the world around me and you a little bit better. Try to make the kids coming up a little bit smarter so that they don't run around calling people niggas and hunkies and spics and whatever else stupid idea you come up with, like dumb names that's supposed to hurt people's feelings. You know, instead of being that childish and retarded mentally, I'll try to educate you. I'm going to try to talk to you. Because me putting my hands on you, that's a waste of my time, a waste of your time, and I actually just solidified what you said because you didn't learn nothing from it. All you learned is if you can beat the person, you can say it. If you can't beat the person, don't say it. What's the point in that? There's no rationale. So why should I bother taking that route? I'm going to bother trying to educate you. I'm going to bother sending you home with something to think about. I'm going to bother with when you go tell somebody else that you called me a nigga, and the rest of the conversation, you're not going to have nothing to say that makes sense other than the person that you're telling that, no matter how racist they is or any of that, they going to feel like you didn't accomplish anything in the manner of winning anything against me. They going to say, maybe that term is stupid to be calling somebody. Maybe that doesn't make sense to call somebody that. You know, me and my people don't do the hunky and nigga thing. That all sounds stupid to me. One just as dumb as the other one. You know, so I don't think it's I don't think that's something that you should give your energy to. You know, and then watch out all of the other times when you calling people friends. You can have friends, but you're not gonna have as many as you think you got. You know, and you set all these expectations from these people that you think they're supposed to do because you and them saying y'all friends, but then you find out you didn't like something that they did, or they found out they didn't like something you did, and then the next thing you know, y'all not friends no more. You close to enemies, or you is enemies. If you respected what y'all was in the first place, then there wouldn't have been no problem. You was associates. You had something in common that you like to do together, and that's what y'all do. That didn't mean y'all was friends. So y'all can do that every day. Y'all can hook up every day for 6 months every year and hang out and do whatever y'all like to do. Y'all can do it for every day for the year. But that don't mean you friends. You close associates that like to do some of the same things, that share some of the same ideals. A friend is the one that's going to pick you up every time. A friend is the one that's going to be there when you're bored. A friend is the one that can be there and y'all don't say nothing to each other, you just chilling. That's a friend. Everybody not a friend. And ain't nothing wrong with not being a friend and being an associate. That's the whole thing about humans. Humans get it twisted when they think that just because you socialize a lot, that you have to be friends. Just because you do something for each other, you have to be friends. No, you don't have to be friends. Friends don't come like that. You get a few friends in a whole lifetime. If you get that many. You know your friend when you see your friend. But don't think everybody's a friend. And don't think there's nothing wrong with being an associate. Don't think everybody got to agree with you. Don't think everybody got to be on the same page as you. And people moving into the relationships, that person should be your friend. Before anything, that person should be your friend. Let the relationship happen as it happens. Don't fall into this, I need to be married before sex stuff. Don't fall into this, I need a ring. A ring is a piece of metal that was dug out the ground, shaped by somebody into a circle, and then put on your finger. What does that ring mean? That ring means nothing. Don't get stuck on physical things. God works in the spiritual world. So let that person be your friend and y'all will have a spiritual relationship. And then you can become spiritually married and be together the right way. And you don't have to worry about nothing because that's your friend. Your friend will wipe your butt. Just think about that. If you got messed up and you was out with your friend, you don't have to worry about if you pooped on yourself. Because your friend gonna cover that up for you, get you to a safe place, and get you cleaned up. Your friend not gonna say, ooh, here's my chance to do whatever they do to you. So remember that. I can't tell you no cleaner than that. So when you get into these relationships and you messing around with dudes or females and y'all ain't friends, just know that y'all messing around. Respect that situation. Respect that that's what y'all doing. Because when you start disrespecting that, that's how people get so many divorces. That's how people get so many feelings hurt. That's how people get tied up so many times into a situation where they think they know what they're doing and they don't know what they're doing, and then their feelings get hurt because that person does not like them, does not like what they do, and is not going to accept anything from them. And know your place in the relationship. A man is a man and a woman is a woman. If you don't know your place, that relationship not going to work. Because it's different rules for different species. The male species has something to do. The female species has something to do. If you don't respect that and you want to try to say y'all equal and all of this and that, then you're going to lose. Because you're not equal. You never will be equal. If that was the case, we'll all walk around the same. We'll all be the same. We'll all have wee-wees and coochie hoes. We'll all be doing the same thing. We wouldn't really even need each other. So, quit thinking that we're equal. Men don't have titties. They have a chest. Men with big booties look funny. Women with flat booties look funny. So, recognize that you're not equal. They talk about women with size 12 feet. They say men with size 12 feet are nice. They talk about women with big hands. They say men with big hands are handy. So pay attention to what you're talking about. Let's be real sometimes. That's the whole problem. People don't want to be authentic. They just want to adjust to whatever going on in the TV and then want to bring that into real life. It's a TV for a reason. And when you get into that relationship, you got to start thinking about how you're going to build your home. Not your house, your home. Or is it just going to be you two? Or are you going to have children? If you're going to have children, be prepared to have children. That way you can raise the children the right way. Let the boys be boys, let the girls be girls, and teach them how to do each as each one's supposed to. If you enter a pet into the home, remember that that's an animal. Don't try to treat your pet like a human being. They're not human beings. They'll never be human beings. Let your pet be your pet. Your pet is for your entertainment. But at the same time, read up on that animal so you know what type of animal you got in your house so that you can let the animal live its most natural life as it can. Because you can drive an animal crazy because you're not letting it be normal. You know, so pay attention to your home. I ain't going to talk too much about that because I don't think I should have to. I already just told you. But y'all need to start having more class. People don't be having class no more. You don't even know how to hold a fork. You don't know what knife to cut your meat with. You know, learn how to do that. It's the difference between the salad fork and the dinner fork. It's the difference between the soup spoon and the coffee spoon. People don't know this. They just forgot all about it. You know, I went to church when I was younger because that's what my uncle had and my great-grandmama was into. You know, we learned how to walk as men. We learned how to talk as men. We learned how to read. You know, do they teach this stuff in church now? No. Here and there. I saw some people in church the other day. I had to laugh as soon as I turned it on. These women sitting on here with these stupid looking wigs on. And I guess I was singing what they was doing, but I was tripping. I'm looking like people really doing this and then posting it on YouTube? You really posted that? Only way I would have posted that is I was on the Living Color back in the day. That's how stupid it looked. I was waiting on somebody to jump into the front of the camera and say, hey, thank you very much. That's how stupid it was. Education. People think education ain't worth nothing. One thing that used to piss me off about education was in everybody home that I knew, everybody was preaching, graduate from high school, get your diploma, and get out. Turn 18, you gotta get out. That really didn't make sense to me because you just starting at 18. You know, to me, you shouldn't start even thinking about getting out until you're like 24. And you already got an associate degree and you're working on your bachelor's, or you got some type of company going, or you got some type of position going in your life to where you're starting to be stable. But 18 with a diploma? And the weird thing about it to me is this 2021 and people still dropping out of school. You gotta be crazy to drop out of school. Even if you're a millionaire, you gotta be crazy to drop out of school. Cause it's gonna be so many people around that's gonna work you out that money. And if you ain't got no money, how you gonna get some money if you dropped out of school? You need an education. And if you don't go to church, you need to stop hee-hee and ha-ha so much on Facebook, YouTube, and any of the other internet stuff you be into. You need to stop watching that, and you need to start watching some religious shows. I don't even care if the religion person is wrong. You need to watch them because you need to build a spiritual foundation for yourself. And as you watch different people, you'll start to graduate through people, and you won't want to watch the same people no more because you'll pass them because you're paying attention to what they're saying and doing. And, you know, all of them ain't right, but they're human beings. So don't expect them to be right. Don't think that they God. Them just people. Listen to the messages that they're giving you. Pay attention to the messages they're giving you so that you can grow. You can become a smarter and better person. You know, the one thing that I really like is that reason, season, and a lifetime. Some people come in your life for a reason. Some people come in your life for a season. Some people come into your life for a lifetime. I like that saying because that saying is real. You know, everybody that you come in and encounter ain't gonna be around. They'll be there for a season. You know, and some people will be there for a lifetime, but it ain't a lot of them. You know, as human beings, we continue to evolve. Whether we choose to stay in the same hole or not, you can't stop your evolution. So you can be a loser your whole life, you still gonna live and then you're gonna die. So it just depends on what you do with your time. You can't stop the evolution of life. You know, so the last thing I'm gonna talk about is just have dignity, man. If y'all start having dignity, then people will be able to start building better relationships and start actually being in relationships. These dudes out here using these girls giving these dudes reasons to use them because they not taking pride in themselves because they scared of what they look like. You know, when a dude with you and y'all mess around and turn the lights back on and you look like a different person, he think different. You can think he don't, but he do. And every time you sit in that mirror for all that time and put all that crap on your face, that just shows how much uncomfortable you is being who you are. And as I told y'all before, them nails is like you a little kid. Kids do stuff like that's playing dress up. These girls out here getting shots in their butt. You know, these dudes taking steroids, trying to be bigger. It's a mess out here. And how you gonna be in a relationship with somebody and then once y'all get together, you looking at each other like, I don't know you. You don't know who you looking at. You know, so be proud of yourself. Get yourself together. Have some dignity. Have some pride. And maybe we can start building better relationships. If a woman takes pride in who she is and takes pride in who she deal with, these men will start respecting you better and you'll get better men. If men start to choose people better and stop just looking for sex and stuff like that, then the women will present themselves better. And the one thing that's really done got on my nerves on top of that, and this is the last thing I'm saying, I'm done here, is women look at men for the status they got with money or power. And men look at women as somebody that they can give some money and get what they want from. All I hear about is buying women stuff when they get mad, buying women stuff to get with them. And all I hear is women saying, give me, give me, give me. So once y'all grow up and women get your own stuff and men quit trying to trick off stuff, you might be in a whole much better situation. But until then, you're going to continue to be clowns and suckers because there's always somebody can give a woman something. And there's always a woman that's out there willing to take something. You're superficial. You know, find a way for you to get yourself deep into being a human, deep into being intelligent, deep into being somebody. This is the BLONGshow. I'm the Abyss.